Uxbridge, Mass. Whitcomb bee removal. As you see right here, they are entering, but the homeowner said that a lot are coming inside. So typically, these are all honeybees. Typically when honeybees enter and they're established, they go to the cavity and don't crawl into the house. But scout bees will crawl around and then crawl into the cavity, get lost, or go towards the light and come to the house. So that's what made me think that these were just scout bees. So as I was speaking with the customer and so forth, and the next door neighbor does have bees, I was kind of like watching them fly back and forth to this direction here where her colonies are. She has beehives over there. Then I just realized as she was pointing, the swarm is right there, and it's a giant swarm that is up in this hemlock right there. See if we can just focus right there. So giant swarm is right there. So I need to race home now. It's a cooler day. I'm going to block off the entrance so they cannot come into it, because they can move anytime. So I'm about to back up here. So they're getting ready to move in here. They're scouting it out. They're just sitting tight. It is cooler. So I'm going to take a ladder up here, and I'm going to put a screen on that and block that from now so they can't get in there. Let's get it. Whitcomb bee removal. All right, here we are up on the ladder. There they all are. This is a swarm, April 30th, Uxbridge, Mass.
Oh, good.
I'm going to trim some things out of the way here so we can get them into the box safely and look for the queen. They were going over there towards the house getting ready, but I blocked off that entrance because the scout bees were going back and forth, so we caught them in a good time. Let's get it. All right, here they are. We exposed them. Gonna work from this side. Still a lot of tough areas to get to here, branches and so forth, so I'll probably take all of the little small branches off. And sometimes the queen is walking on the outside. If she's dotted, I can see her. I have my queen clip to grab her. Would make it a lot easier, but we'll work with them slow. It's a cooler day today, so slow process. All right, so we have them all exposed. This is a swarm. Don't spray, they're honeybees. So we're gonna work with them real slow and get them into the nuke box. Okay, so we're at a midway point here. I got most of the cluster here. I was letting them calm down here a little bit. You can see where they are up there. I'll probably end up cutting that top right off. I want a lot of the bees to come back up there and look for the queen. Neighbor next door, beekeeper, had an overwintered hive with a pink dot, so we're looking for that. But I will cut that top of that tree off and bring it down and shake them all in, but try to look for her individually. And you can see them starting to fly wider and wider looking for the queen. So, and these bees are not really moving from the box. And you see how many can be in a swarm. Listen to them all talking. I'm looking for the fanning, which I see a little. I don't see much of it. We'll keep looking. All right, took the top off. Swarmers right here on this section. The remainder. Now you see a lot of bees coming down, landing, and I see a lot more fanning. Should be a good sign that the queen is in there and so forth. Now you see the bees really starting to fly big circles, try to get the pheromone of the queen. I can give us about 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and I can see them. They're all coming down. They're all coming down the land. And I'll take one more inspection, look for the queen, but they're all landing like an airport. Again, we're in Uxbridge, Mass. This is Whitcomb bee removal. You see swarms like that, don't spray them. You can give me a call. Go on my website, Whitcomb bee removal, on Facebook, 508-341 4389. Get these girls all to a nice new home. I'll give it a second here and let them fly down. It looks like they're all flying down here on this side. So that's another thing to watch for, is make sure the queen is not on the outside. I'll clean all these bees up and look, because there happens all the time. She's up underneath that lip, hiding. There's the queen. Let's see if I can. Right there. Right there, that's the queen. We got her. Sweet. That's a wrap. Uxbridge, Mass. Whitcomb bee removal. Alright. April 30th, 2024. First swarm. Uxbridge, Mass. A little bit of a cooler day. See all the bees crawling on a top lid here. I'm going to get some frames in here so they can crawl on them as I put the rest. I'll keep one out here, so that way I got a little bit of room to put these 5 in. So what I'll do is dump these in. Try to be super careful, because you never know where the queen is. Double check the lid. Now I will slowly pick through these frames. I already did locate the queen earlier. She is unmarked, so I will try to see her again just to confirm. If I don't see her, these bees are very docile because they don't really have a home to protect yet. They're pretty much staying put and they're working. I'm sure they were hungry. This is actually their frame. This is a waxed foundation frame I actually saw the queen on. I'll just double check here. Real quick. Was a good swarm. I'd say anywhere from like 12,000 to 15,000. So see, all these frames are covered. Giving them a lot of built-out frames, and it should get the queen super active here to start laying and get motivated. Make sure they're clear, get them all tight. when I look for the queen, I keep the frame over the hive just in case she drops. But I mean, it is a swarm, so she can fly up, but rather be, oh, there's the queen right there. She's on a wax foundation. She's right here crawling around looking. Right there. Okay, so that's good news. So now we know she's in. I'll still just double check what's going in, because sometimes, I mean, this is a good swarm, so I've caught swarms, mostly cast swarms, that'll have 3 or 4 virgin queens in it. Okay. So all those frames, so then I'll push these frames in, add another, I'm going to add another wax foundation to keep the rotation of my frames fresh. I'm going to get these frames all tight together and spaced. And now get the residual inside the nuke box. There's still a ton in here. Take out some of the debris. Now just kind of tap this down, kind of roll the bees, and it'll spill right in. There is some stuff from the removal going in there, but they'll carry that out. Get them all in there. They're all out. Move that. Then what I am doing is I am going to add, some people don't, but I did it last year, it seemed to work out really well. I'm actually going to add a super to this. I had a good honey yield by doing this, and then adding the super on top. So that's that. Here's the honey super that's going on. That's the queen excluder, so she's gonna lay up top. They're already checking things out, and there they are there. With comb bee removal, 508-341-4389, first swarm of 2024, Uxbridge, Mass.